Good morning. Welcome to the morning Muse. Lifting your friends. That's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to jump right in. I'm not going to do small talk anymore, I don't think. We'll do small talk at the end from now on. So that way you get the message and don't have to listen to all my chitter chatter. Okay. So if you're not on time, the negativity. Okay. So what do I mean by that? When we lift our friends, it's someone that comes to you and they're boo hoo, this happened, blah, blah, blah. And you say, okay, well, let's find something good in that. I understand you're hurting from this and it's okay to feel the hurt, but let's find a way that we can turn this into good. Um, when a lot of times our friends come to us and they say, well, this person did this. I am so irritated and wham, wham, wham. And we go, are you kidding me? I cannot believe she did that. What did you say? Then what'd you do? Guys, that's not the right way of doing things. That's encouraging negativity. That is not lifting your friends. That is not lifting them into a better place. Okay. If we are going to be Christ like, then we need to make sure that we are lifting them for a purpose into a direction that is healthy. So next time they come to you and they're blah, 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 instead of saying, well, then what'd she say? What did you do? Instead, why don't you try saying, hold on a minute. What kind of day were they having? Like, I'm not defending what they did, but what kind of day were they having? Like, did they, did they lose a person in their life? Did they just have a day where everything went wrong? The car wouldn't start, their appointment got canceled, or like yesterday, I called the doctor last Friday and made sure, okay, is my blood work over at the hospital? Yep, it was sent over a week ago. Okay, great. I get there and I'm the first one in line. I was so excited. I walked in on the first one, said, I'm here for my blood work. They looked everywhere. Well, we never got anything. We'll call your doctor for you. So, since we have to call your doctor, we'll let the next person come in. You go out there and register. So, I go out there and register, had to wait in the line for that register. And then when I got done, I had to wait for everybody else to go get their blood work done first. So, I went from first to last. However, I could have been like, I can't believe this. And they sent it in weeks ago. But instead I was like, huh, maybe there's somebody I'm supposed to meet. Maybe that's why I'm waiting. Or maybe somebody else is so sick, they just need to get in here and get out. We're put in a position, in a situation for a reason. That had nothing to do with a friend, but I'm just saying this is that was the what happened. Now, if I would have let that ruin my day, if I'd have been like, I can't believe it, now I'm last and blah blah blah. And then I went to the store and walked in all mad. What's wrong with you today? Well, my doctor did this, and then I've sent over that, and I had to wait in line and blah, blah. What does that do for anybody? All it does is bring everyone around me down. It keeps me in a bad mood, and I get to choose what kind of mood I'm in. Okay, I can be in a really bad mood about it, or I can be like, maybe when I pulled out of here earlier, I was going to be in a car accident and God just saved me again. He saves me a lot. Okay, so the reason why I bring this up is because so many times we have these friends, and like I have a friend that I talk with, and we used to talk every single morning. Now we don't talk quite as much because the situation, circumstances have changed for the both of us. Um, but when we do talk, one of us is usually complaining, and that's okay because it's in a different way. If it's me complaining, it's because she's the person I know I can go to and complain, and I'm not gonna get, "Oh, poor Ginger." I'm not gonna get that. I'm gonna get, "Here's the problem. This is the situation. Wah, wah." There just listens quietly, and then she says, "Okay, let's talk through this." I'll be like, "Oh, I hate it when you do that." But it's true. We talk through it, and I feel better because she points out the things that I'm pointing out in this video, and vice versa. Sometimes she'll call me and she'll have an issue she's going through, and she's just so mad about it, and sometimes just hurt about it. And sometimes it's easy to, I can't believe that. I would have done this. I would have said that. But then you stop and go, okay, well, let's figure out a way to get through this. As a child of God, you don't know what he's going through. You don't know what's happening, and encourage and uplift. And I even, guess what? Have a scripture for it. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. How do you want to sharpen your friends? Do you want to sharpen them to be negative and bitter? Or do you want to sharpen them to shine and be able to cut through whatever they're going through in their life? I'll leave that for you to decide. But in the same aspect, I'm asking, do you want to live and have a good life? Or do you want to live and be miserable all the time? Because if you're sharpening them to be hurtful and negative, you're probably going to have a pretty rough life because everything's going to be hard and you're going to have to cut through it all. But if you're sharpening them to shine and be able to cut through all the negativity, you're going to shine right there with them. You're going to be uplifted. I've noticed that a lot of times when you lift somebody up, your feet come off the ground. It's like when you lift them up, you'd think it would be so heavy and you just lift and trying to lift your friends up. But as soon as you get to a certain point, it's almost like that bucket that you think has 5 gallons of water in it and it's really empty and you go to lift it and it just flies up and you about trip over. Okay, that's how it is when it's lifting a friend with positivity. You lift them up and you have a little bit of strength, and all of a sudden it gets really light and you fly up and your feet come off the ground with them. You have a way of lifting yourself at the same time you're lifting them. So I encourage you to be that friend that is doing the lifting and not the cutting. I'm going to read that scripture one more time. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. I hope today that you sharpen your friends with pristine cuts in a way that will help them see clear and lift them up to where your feet come off the ground and you are blessed just as much as they are. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning right here on the Morning Muse. Have a great day.